Hey YouTube, how's it going? Um, it looks like the next video is actually going to be before summer because I'm top 33 in the world right now using this classic Pekka Bridgespam variant with evolved Pekka in evolved battle ram. I wanted to go over a few of the replays because we've been beating some really good players here, top 15 finishers, top 25, and then Ryley, who's a #1 finisher, even though it's quite early in the season. And I thought you all might like to see that. So let's go ahead and just hop straight in. We'll go Ryley second. I want to show this replay first. So I don't know how to pronounce this. This guy's Russian. Top 25 finish, though. And we beat him. So let's see how it was done. Sorry for no live games. I can't play under the recording with live games, and I didn't even think I'd make a video. But here I am, top 35 in the world, early season, and I was like, okay, I'm sure people would enjoy seeing this. There's no point not to. I mean, if I have enough free time to push the top 35, I also have enough free time to record the video. So, yeah, I'm currently on the earliest spring break of all time. My spring break started in February. So, we are here playing some Clash early season. As soon as I go back to school, I'm probably going to have to drop it yet again. You guys know the story here, but we'll see. Hate to waste such a great start to the season, but then again, there's 31 days left. There are 31 days left in this season. So yeah, let's go ahead and actually rewind here to this sequence, and then we'll speed back up here. So the reason why I minions the guards here and not the knight is because I knew my bandit was next, and so I could get something down to physically tank for the knight while also killing the guard. So we take 0 damage in both lanes and force out his bats. So let's speed back up. Tried to kite this mortar with my battle ram, and it failed, but luckily we would have lost the game here. Literally got very lucky. Opponent did not block in time with the knight, and so the ghost was able to kill the mortar. Pretty poor Ewas. Should have been a second earlier. I mean, I don't know why I just didn't play it a second earlier. That's kind of the theme so far in this season. Most of my losses, it's literally like, I just don't know why I didn't do this very obvious play. So I think that's the first thing to go, is just the quick decision-making, and your micro gameplay is the first thing to go. But my general decision-making overall on how to break through is not terrible. I'm just having trouble adjusting to the Evos, which is why... Oh my goodness, guys, you heard about Retro Royale. I'm so excited for Retro Royale. It's going to be great. So, really, we just want to play passively in this matchup here against this Russian Cyrillic script fellow here. So, he goes for an Evolved Mortar, and look at that. Bandit gets pushed by the Miner and starts hitting the Evolved Mortar. Huge stuff there. Now that means we can Fireball if we need to. So, he goes for the Hunter. Whoop. Bang. Oh, I guess I don't Fireball. It makes sense. I put an Ewas here, and the Ghost splashes. So he goes for a Poison, and so I have my Evo Ram, and I was like, let's go Evo Ram. I'm itching to go. But I'm not going to. We don't want to pull the trigger, because that push it on the right was just dead to some guards. I didn't want to waste my Evolved Ram on the left with no real good support. We wanted to make sure we could get a full push out of it. So he splits the bats, and now I know those bats aren't doing anything. So I go Ghost and Battle Ram at the bridge. We're going to go in for a big attack here. Now, I thought that Ghost was going to splash. You guys are going to have to forgive me for this sequence here because I thought the Ghost was going to splash. But we do end up killing the Hunter with a Fireball Zap Bandit. I really think the Hunter should die to a Fireball Zap, but... we get a lot of damage on his tower, down to 25-29. That's game-winning damage in this matchup if you play well. So I see the bats. Quickly, Ewas. Look at that reaction time. We just go Ewas right on top of the bats. We want to kill them as fast as possible because we can get some great damage with the Ewas Bandit combo and keep him from really focusing on the left lane completely with that. Like, if you have an Ewas and a Bandit in the right lane, you can't really focus on the left lane if I start spamming stuff. So I don't know why I played that Pekka. I'm going to keep it a complete stack with y'all. That was the worst play I make in this game, I think. I just got really overzealous. I mean, we've been cooking this guy to pieces so far. We've been playing super well. I'm like, let's just go for the Pekka. We're up a lot of elixir. We're looking pretty good here. He doesn't block this bandit with the knight. I don't know why, but we're able to just get a nice clean fireball on everything and kill the mortar for only 1 shot, which is fine because that's my higher HP lane. So... now we want to start setting up some opposite lane pressure. We want to keep this guy playing in both lanes, because if he starts getting like Hunters, Miners, and Mortars down on me, this could be trouble, especially with that Evolved Mortar in his hand. You guys can see him selecting it right now. That Evolved Mortar is sitting there pretty. We're able to zap his bats, though, and this guy doesn't have much defense left. The Hunter does pop my Bandit in the face, but that's all right. Here comes the Evolved Hunter over on the middle. He does log and knock the Battle Ram off of its well, out of its ram stage. And so here I'm a little scared. So I go Pekka in the middle. We want to just tank for this as long as possible while also killing his other units. The Evolved Hunter is a big threat, though I don't think it warranted the Ghost there, but it was fine to play it anyway, I think, because I knew he really wasn't going to have the best protection for that mortar. I just go ahead and zap the bats because I want this Pekka to be a minimal threat here, and then we Ewas off to the side. Now, Fireball Zap not killing the Hunter also means Fireball Ewas spawn, so that's why I put it off to the side a little bit. I kind of did that unconsciously. I wasn't even thinking about it until after. We Fireball everything there. We want to kill this Hunter ASAP, and then I also put the minions to just try and eliminate whatever he's going to play there. Again, really nice stuff there. The Hunter gets shot by the Bandit on the dash. So to continue to block for that mortar, I pull everything opposite lane, then we Fireball just to eliminate the Hunter. The Ghost is there and we'll kill it here in a second, but I have to be careful. 8 seconds left. We need to block this miner from getting damaged because he has poison, but that poison is going to take the whole rest of the game to tick. We're able to just zap and the poison doesn't do enough damage and we walk away with the win. Kind of got hairy towards the end, but we were able to walk away with the win there. And so that's going to be great for us there. Nice clean win. And now we beat Ryley. So Ryley is one of my best friends. You guys have probably seen me in Ryley's stream if you watch them. I love Ryley. One of my favorite dudes from this community. So happy to see his success, man. It's just, I haven't really talked about it. It's just really great. But I finally am high enough to queue him for the first time in like 3 years. They say, act like you've been here before, bro. We got a game against Ryley. So he's playing this classic bait, or not classic, it's a cycle bait variation. I didn't know that. I thought he was playing classic bait until I see this ice golem, and then I'm like, oh, it's probably a quick cycle variation. And also, I see his clan KT damage, King Tower damage. Ryley needs to beat me on King Tower damage. I need to beat him on King Tower damage. I even considered activating his King Tower to beat him on King Tower damage. If you know, you know. Probably only a few of you will, but we're just going to start playing some defense here. I did not activate his King Tower, but you can see how awkward it is. I don't really know why he didn't gang there with the cannon up, but maybe it was just so I couldn't immediately battle ram him. But he does block with the Ice Golem and take one shot. And so here I'm like, oh crap, he's going to Evo Barrel me. So we battle ram, and then I realized because of the Evo Barrel nerf, right side is the full barrel and left side is the crazy barrel or the trick barrel or whatever you want to call it. So I just wanted to tank all of the other noise, the Goblin Gang and the Ice Golem with my Battle Ram. I knew that my Battle Ram would do a great job, especially once I got rid of the Goblins distracting my tower. Once those were gone to my spells, then my tower would take care of it, and I wasn't going to break through a Battle Ram anyway this early in the game. So he kind of goes for an Ice Golem here, and I know he doesn't have a barrel to punish me. I know his hand is kind of bad to punish me. You can see all he has is a gang, and we play a perfect Ghost there to counter that. So I Pekka the back. Even though I'm not up that much elixir, I Pekka the back. Pekka the back is going to be a really annoying thing for him to stop, and same with the Ghost. He just has to take a bunch of Ghost damage here. Now, what I realize here, he knows that I want to Bandit springboard this, so I try and wait for as long as possible. Unfortunately, the Bandit does get frozen, but the Bandit springboard would have worked there. Beautiful reaction time from Ryley there. That's one of his favorite things to say. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Beautiful reaction time to block the Bandit. And the Ice Golem pushing the Bandit back would have made it redash. Otherwise, it wouldn't have redashed. But yeah, we just tried to make sure that we didn't get our Bandit caught and have nothing come from the push because he blocked well with the Evo, or with the Dark Goblin, and he blocked the Dark Goblin well. So another Evo barrel push coming in. I go Bandit here to block the full barrel on the right side, and unfortunately, the Ghost is going to come back and poison my own tower and the Bandit, and the poison doesn't wear off, so that Ghost is basically just dead. Interesting Ice Spirit and interesting Fire Spirit. This Bandit has been really uncontainable for him so far, and that's what I've realized here, is that this matchup is going to come down to my Bandit. But you can see up at the top, both of his cards are really far away from Evo. So I go Ghost in the left lane, knowing I can get an Ewas on top of this Dark Goblin, and this is the beginning of the end. So he gets down an Ice Spirit to block the Ewas, but it's not enough. Minions one-shot that Fire Spirit. Big stuff there. And so now we have a full HP Pekka. Minions two-shot the Ice Spirit before it can even do. Bandit is just going crazy, and he kites with the Ice Golem, but now the Bandit's going to dash out of the Dark Goblin. And so he gets the King Tower activated, but look at how big this push is. Evo Battleram is basically unstoppable. He can log it, but then he doesn't have enough to stop my other lane. So we go Ghost and minions in the other lane. I kind of zap this other lane. Doesn't even really matter. And we just take his right tower. Just completely overwhelmed him with a really smart gameplay. You can see how we defended and then just tried to dual lane pressure him with no Evos in hand. Honestly, I think that's one of the best games I've played since I've come back. Even in that one full season where I played, we just played that so beautifully well. I think we do have matchup, even though he has Cannoneer Tower. That's definitely like a really good matchup, but we still played that to perfection, I think. Handled this Evo barrel super well. Just beautiful game here. A beautiful game there against Ryley. Really happy because that got me to 2,000 and top 33 in the world. So now we're against Sugehiro. This game was a little bit earlier here. He's playing 3M. This is a really 3M, a really scary 3M variation. Because of the monk, you can block the fireballs, and then he just has so much ground spam here. So we fireball the pump. I mean, if you have a fireball for the pump, always a pretty good play to take it. The knight is going to die, even with the heal spirit, so I'm fine there. We're just playing some damage. And now this is really where I was a little scared, because what I thought was he was going to do is, I thought he was going to go 3M all in one lane. Because I didn't have a fireball and he had a monk if I even did to block anything. And he could monk ability to like save some time with the Pekka. Like the Pekka will take really long to kill this monk because of the ability. So he goes E-Barbs though. And so we just basically want to get our Ewas down. We need to stun all of his units for long enough for the Pekka to get through that monk ability. The monk ability didn't do anything other than buy him some time for buy his units some time to kill mine. And so we wanted to buy that time back with the Ewas so that his units couldn't just burn through my Pekka. The Hunter at the bridge too is really scary. And it's evolved. So that's going to be really annoying. We have to really keep careful track of that. And you're going to see that we do, but we don't play it perfectly. Kind of a cliffhanger there. But yeah, so Fireball the Pump, kind of a down period. And while it's a down period, how are you guys doing? I really don't think I've asked that. How are y'all doing? Drop it in the comments how everything's going. I'm going to try and get to all the comments in the first few days, as per usual. But yeah, dude, I've really been enjoying myself. I'm currently writing a math research paper. I'm a math major for you guys that don't know. So I'm writing a math research paper. And we're hoping to publish it by the end of the semester. So if you guys would be interested in seeing it, I can definitely link it in my community tab here. So let's get back to the game. I Pekka the bridge, and this is where I didn't play the Evo Hunter all that well. I don't really know what the Evo Hunter netted there. But we just go all in because I was like, oh, he's just pumped up in double. He can't really defend it. And then, oh crap, my opponent can get down the Evo Hunter net at 1 HP to fully kill a full HP Pekka. If that Hunter dies, this guy just immediately loses the tower. And this game isn't even like remotely scary. And as you can see, it's going to get scary. So 3M come in. I can't hit the Hunter and the 3M, but the Ghost is there. So we're going to kill two of the 3M right off rip with a Fireball. And so the Hunter is no longer a threat. We can just minions, and that's going to be a fine defense. This isn't where it gets scary. Now it's where it gets scary. This guy is pumped up still. He has a monk down and E-Barbs. And look at how much elixir this guy has. He's going to be able to put everything at the bridge. This guy's going to be able to sell out of the bridge. So I go Ghost, kind of a poor Ghost, really far out of the way. And I'm like, okay, I desperately need to Fireball. But the monk ability is keeping it so I can't Fireball. So what do? We pull everything back so that my Fireball is much easier to hit. And now we hit a generational Fireball. Beautiful stuff there. Great defense, but now we're going to have to really lock it in because he's got 3M down and I've got no Fireball. So we're going to go Bandit towards the 1 lane. What my goal is, I want him to put something so that I can just Pekka the 2M lane. But he puts the Knight and it goes to the other lane, so he has no more protection for the 2M lane. So we go Evo Pekka right up at the bridge. He's going to go Monk to really distract, and then E-Barbs. Not the greatest play on his end. The Rage does come down, but he has no Heal Spirit to really finish it off. And so I go Battle Ram to Kite. Great attack on his end, but even better defense. I think we let the Musk lock, and I kind of have to. Musk is going to lock, and then we're able to go for a Bandit. Bandit pulls back that E-Barb, and then E was to take out the Evo Hunter. Even though that E-Barb lives, it doesn't really matter, even though the E was trapped, because that Evo Hunter is not really going a whole lot. So he knights the back. Now we're just going to get down Pekka. So here is a plan. Oops, sorry, I meant to pause. He splits his 3M, and I've got a Pekka down. We're in triple elixir now. I want to cycle 2 Pekkas. The reason why is I just completely invalidated the right lane attack by killing his 3M. He has no right lane attack, right? So if we can get down 2 Pekkas, well, that's more than enough time to get through the Monk ability. So we get down a second Pekka here. Monk dies, and now we have 2 Pekkas to defend. We're able to go for the Ghost up high, start killing off that Hunter. Now we're going to go in with the battle ram here. We're going to get a lot of damage here because this is such a well-founded push. And because of the dagger duchess, that bandit's going to do so much damage. He's going to have to get something down. So we've now won this game by damage. This guy has to take my tower here. There's no way he's just going to slip through with a little bit. He's got to break his whole push through. But we can get down to Pekka with 10 seconds left and just win this game. And so that's basically what we're going to do. The Pekka's going to block. Doesn't matter. He's got 18 units burning through that Pekka. We're able to just completely stop. And poor bandit here. If this game lasted 5 seconds longer, I'm in trouble because that bandit is going to get him some damage back. But a nice, clean victory. We just played some beautiful defense throughout that game and won. So I don't really know how I lost this matchup here. That's just kind of embarrassing. But the game we're going to go against is Adam 04 CR. So I'm finding a lot of the games that I lose, especially with Classic variation, are really... Well, I'm making a lot of mistakes, but a lot of these games are just decided really early because of like starting hand or units that I can't play into. For example, I lost a Goblin Giant double prince here because my opponent had a prince and then just blocked my bandit with a gang, and I lost the whole bandit. Had to overspend, and then he went Goblin Giant with like a something else and just steamrolled me. And that's happened quite a few times, you know, like again, that Mega Knight matchup you saw I lost to, the opponent went Ghost, and I had to go Ghost and Battle Ram to block it, and then he just went Lumberjack Ram Rider, and I got cooked. So I'm really excited for Retro Royale when there's no Evos, no Tower Troops that opponents can crutch. It's just going to be only starting hand and matchup as the luck-based, because that's what I'm used to. I can play that, but we're finally getting this game underway against Goblin Giant Sparky, and the reason I'm showing this is because I'm usually so bad in this matchup. This matchup is really hard for me, so let's take note of what just happened here. My opponent zapped my tower and then played a rage. So I know he can't kill my minions anymore. So we go for a battle ram to force out the E-barbs, which is exactly what happens. And now we can go minions. And so he does get back to the zap, but somehow the minions kill the heal spirit, which is really good for me. And so that would have been really bad if I would have had to do something crazy and probably would have been in a much worse position if that didn't happen. But we're able to just go for a peck at the bridge here. And so this Dark Prince comes down at 0 elixir and the Ewas, and that's going to defend. And so that was not the best Pekka. I thought because the Dagger Duchess was going to run out of bolts, we'd be able to survive. But no. Or he wouldn't be able to survive, but no. So we're going to go for a Ghost to counter the Ewas. And the Ghost is going to approach the tower. He doesn't want to burn any of his high elixir troops there. So he just goes for a rage. And I thought he was going to play something. But then I should have realized he didn't have anything cheap in his hand. So we go Bandit. Just kind of get the Dagger Duchess bolts out. And then again, I know he doesn't really have his rage and heal spirit in hand. So I just go in. He doesn't Evo Zap, which I didn't keep track of. I didn't realize he had an Evo Zap. But Sparky, I have to Pekka the bridge. Or Pekka the back. However, he doesn't have his E-barbs to punish me, so what I want to do is I want to go for a Ghost in the other lane. This is going to be a little annoying for him to defend, and I go for a Bandit too, because we want to try and take this tower while trying to defend. So he goes for a Goblin Giant to kite. Sparky wastes its shot here, and so now what we can do is we can EOS. However, unfortunately, the Sparky was targeted onto the E-Wiz at first, so I had to waste my zap a little early. But look at this. We did really clean up nice there. We're able to get a huge fireball down, and so Sparky does kill the bandit, which would have been so nice if the bandit lived. But look at that. His tower, because he had to eat the full Ghost with the Dagger Duchess, is at 647 HP. So now when he Sparkies, we're not even going to worry about that. We're going to just immediately attack him. And so he plays an Ewiz, and so we're able to get a fireball, and then I zap the Ewiz so that my Evo barbs there will kill the E-barbs, and then we go for a bandit there because he's going to have to play a Dark Prince, so we're really keeping him on his toes, no Sparky push now, and now we're within fireball zap. So he's just going to play a desperate Goblin Giant at the bridge, but we play our Ghost here, and then we can fireball, and then we can zap, and we're going to walk away with a really clean win against Sparky. So you can see I controlled the tempo there, and so we were really able to like just beat him based off of controlling the tempo there. And so let's go over this loss real quick against Sandstorm here. So we'll go 2x speed. Are there any shows you guys are enjoying? Because I've really been enjoying Invincible, Solo Leveling, and Severance. Just wanted to talk about that. Those shows are all so great. Solo Leveling, W Aura Farming, bro. My King Jinwoo just beating everybody. Love season 2 so far. Severance, amazing show. I'm not quite caught up, but I will be soon. And Invincible, new episode dropped as I'm recording this. I can't wait to go watch this after. So Well, not a great start here for our game here because we played our zap on the minions and got cooked here. And so I don't know why he pumped up with such a weird hand, but we were able to literally just battle ram and take his tower. So this puts us in such a great position, and now I understand. I understand he's playing giant 3M here. So he goes for the giant gang. I don't want to Pekka because my Pekka is just going to get murked by the gang, and we might even lose our tower if he spammed a lumberjack. So we go Ewiz, Ghost, and interesting battle round by me. Just wanted to I had so much units there. Just kind of wanted to support, and here's the beginning of the end. Really bad Pekka there, but we're able to go for a Ghost, and this is the overcommit that kills it, is this Ewiz. And then I go for the battle ram 2 to kite the minions, trying to keep this tower alive, and then we fireball. Oh no, Jax, why did you zap? Maybe the fireball you could have gotten away with, but why did you zap? Look at this push coming down, and we just get 3-crowned immediately. Beautiful plays by our opponent there, but it was a terrible fireball zap that cost me that game there. And yeah, so that was the losses, but now we're 36, dropped 3 spots while I was recording this, but top 35 in the world. Just looking really good with this classic Pekka Bridgespam deck. And yeah, thank you all so much for watching. I hope you all have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next video.